Nigeria President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called on all members of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, to emulate the last Ghana presidential elections, with some Nigerians also calling on the president to ensure he allows the country electoral body, Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to be free from being forced to corrupt the upcoming Nigeria 2027 presidential election. The ECOWAS bloc also gave its member countries, Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso, currently under military rule, a window of exit from the ECOWAS bloc in line with the request of the three countries which have been on a loggerhead with other member countries of the West Africa community since coup after coup in the region. The approval came after some days President Bola Tinubu told German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier that ECOWAS would handle the three countries' return to the group with wisdom. The approval of the country's exit was made public on Sunday by ECOWAS Commission President Dr. Omar Al-Toure at the end of the 66th Ordinary Summit of the Authority of Heads of State and Government and ECOWAS Commission. Toure said the three countries will formally cease to be members of ECOWAS on January 29, 2025, in accordance with Article 91 of the revised ECOWAS Treaty. Following their notifications to withdraw, the regional bloc outlined a transitional period from January 29 to July 29, 2025, keeping its doors open for the countries to reconsider their decision. Acknowledging the diplomatic efforts led by Senegalese President Bassirou Diomaye Faye, Togo's President, Foreign Assembly, and ECOWAS Chairman Bola Tinubu, the bloc emphasized its commitment to fostering dialogue. Toure said the authority had extended the mandates of Nassingbe and failed to continue mediation efforts throughout the transition period. He said ECOWAS, during the transitional phase, would focus on preparing for the separation. ECOWAS also tasked its Commission President with initiating withdrawal formalities after January 29, 2025, and developing a contingency plan to address political and economic relations with the departing nations. Additionally, the ECOWAS Council of Ministers would convene an extraordinary session in mid-2025 to finalize separation modalities and the contingency plan. Toure stated, "The part of the communique I'll be reading relates to the decision of the Republic of Mali, the Republic of Niger and Burkina Faso to withdraw from ECOWAS. After deliberations, Their Excellencies, members of the Authority of ECOWAS, Heads of State and Government, commend the exemplary diplomatic engagement of His Excellency Bassirou Diomaye Faye, President of the Republic of Senegal, and His Excellency Foreign Assembly, President of the Togo's Republic, and the diplomatic efforts of the Chairman of Authority, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and other individual member states towards these three countries. The authority takes note of the notification by Burkina Faso, Republic of Mali and the Republic of Niger of their decision to withdraw from ECOWAS. The authority acknowledges that in accordance with the provisions of Article 91 of the revised ECOWAS Treaty, the three countries will officially cease to be members of ECOWAS from the 29th of January 2025. The authority decides to set the period from the 29th of January 2025 to the 29th of July 2025 as a transitional period and to keep ECOWAS doors open to the three countries during the transition period. In this regard, the authority extends the mandate of President Nassingbe of Togo and President Faye of Senegal to continue their mediation role up to the end of the transition period to bring the three member countries back to ECOWAS. Without prejudice for the spirit of the opening, the authority directs the President of the Commission to launch withdrawal formalities after the deadline of the 29th of January 2025, and to draw up a contingency plan covering various areas. The authority directs the Council of Ministers to convene an extraordinary session during the second quarter of 2025 to consider and adopt both separation modalities and the contingency plan covering political and economic relations between ECOWAS and the Republic of Niger, the Republic of Mali and Burkina Faso. In January, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger announced their decision to withdraw from ECOWAS. They accused the regional bloc of deviating from its foundational ideals and succumbing to external influences, particularly criticizing the imposition of sanctions aimed at reversing their respective coups. The decision followed a series of military takeovers, Mali in 2020 and 2021, Burkina Faso in 2022, and Niger in 2023, each leading to suspensions from ECOWAS and strained relations with the organization. At the meeting, President Bola Tinubu urged leaders in West Africa to draw inspiration from Ghana's recent peaceful elections as a model of democratic maturity and commitment to national unity. Bayo Onanuga, special advisor to the Nigeria president on information and strategy, in a news release on Sunday, said President Tinubu lauded President Nana Akufo-Addo and the people of Ghana for the resounding success of their recent presidential and parliamentary elections, setting a high standard for the region. I urge all of us in the region to learn from this good democratic practice and prioritize our country's national unity to ensure political stability of the region, so that this manner of peaceful transition becomes the culture of democracy not only in West Africa but also in the entire Africa continent, he stated. Despite the challenges of interrupted democratic governance in some West African countries, the region has continued to record democratic gains. Just a week ago, on December 7, 2024, presidential and parliamentary elections took place in Ghana, the second largest democracy in our region. One of the leading candidates, who happens to be the incumbent vice president, His Excellency Mahamudu Bawumia, together with the leadership of the ruling party, New Patriotic Party (NPP), conceded defeat and accepted the outcome of the presidential election by congratulating the president-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama of National Democratic Congress (NDC) for his victory, even before the official announcement of the election results. This gesture, as it happened in Nigeria in 2015, demonstrates political maturity and respect for the will of the people of Ghana. President Tinubu praised President Akufo-Addo for his exceptional leadership and unwavering commitment to ECOWAS during his two-year term, describing him as a formidable Pan-Africanist. President Tinubu also congratulated the government and people of Senegal on their successful parliamentary elections. He praised Ghana's Foreign Minister, Shirley Ayoko Botchwey, for painstakingly leading the ECOWAS Ministerial Committee of the Reform. He wished her a successful tenure in her new role as the Secretary General of the Commonwealth. In his second term as ECOWAS chair, President Tinubu highlighted achievements from his first term, including strides in regional integration, economic growth, conflict resolution, and counterterrorism efforts. He said the ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme (ETLS) and Common External Tariff (CET) have strengthened trade and economic cooperation. Similarly, regional infrastructure projects such as the West African Gas Pipeline, the West Africa Power Pool, and modernizing key border posts with advanced equipment and joint border operations utilizing state-of-the-art technology have significantly enhanced connectivity and promoted greater regional integration. Furthermore, our efforts in stabilizing our region through peacekeeping missions currently in the Gambia and Guinea-Bissau, as well as previous operations in Liberia and Sierra Leone, have demonstrated our capacity to act decisively in the face of adversity. President Tinubu said the ECOWAS Regional Action Plan on the fight against terrorism has provided a comprehensive framework to combat violent extremism and enhance regional security. As ECOWAS nears its 50th anniversary in 2025, President Tinubu urged member states to recommit to the bloc's founding ideals of economic integration, peace, and prosperity. As a regional community, we must maintain our fundamental responsibility to protect our citizens and create an enabling environment where they can prosper. As leaders, we know that security is not a luxury but a necessity. Equally, enhancing the living standards of our people is not an aspiration but an obligation, he said. The presidents of Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, the Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, and Senegal attended in person alongside the Vice President of Sierra Leone, the Finance Minister of the Benin Republic, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Togo, and the Ambassador of Cape Verde to Nigeria. The President of the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Omar Toure, commended Nigeria for paying 100% of its community levy for 2023 and substantial remittances for 2024, reflecting Nigeria's leadership and commitment under President Tinubu. For the first time in 19 years, Nigeria has paid 100% of its community levy from 2023. I am therefore pleased to announce that on Friday, December 13, 2024, Nigeria paid 85 billion naira and $54 million, representing 100% of the 2023 levy and the 2024 levy up to July 2024. We all agree that this payment underscores the leadership and commitment of President Tinubu, the government and the people of Nigeria to our community. At a more personal level, it represents confidence in the management I have been privileged to lead since 2022. He encouraged other member states to meet their financial commitments diligently. The presidential news release ends in quote. Some Nigerians took to the Facebook page of Bayo Onanuga to express their feelings over the call made by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that ECOWAS leaders should learn from Ghana's recent presidential election, and one of the responders, Omotosho Oluwabusi Oladoton Emmanuel, said, "They are Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu." With all due respect and in the spirit of patriotism, if Nigerians should learn from the last Ghana's presidential election and also emulate the Ghana's democratic practice following a successful presidential and parliamentary elections in the country, by her electoral commission just as you have rightly urged the ECOWAS leaders to follow suit, then you will definitely be massively rejected in the 2027 Nigeria's presidential election by the well-meaning Nigerian citizens, provided the INEC chairman would not use his good office to compromise or manipulate the election results of the concerned, dying, frustrated, impoverished, suffering, and suppressed Nigerian citizens. Honestly speaking, dear Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you have performed woefully as the Nigeria's president in the last 1.5 years in office after you have grabbed power with no clear direction, purpose, vision, and effective leadership of your renewed hope, with a view to delivering significant and tangible dividends of democracy for the masses. However, as far as I am concerned, the only thing that would make you win the 2027 Nigerian presidential election is for INEC Nigeria to rig the election in your favor again, against the respect for or wish of the good people of Nigeria. Bayo Onanuga also reported that, in his closing remarks, President Tinubu commended the ECOWAS heads of state and government for spirited discussions throughout the summit. He noted that the collective resolve underscored their strength to address the region's pressing challenges. As we move forward to implement the outcomes of this summit, let us remain united in our determination and steadfast in our commitment to the principles that bind us together as a community. I call on all member states to redouble their efforts in ensuring that the decisions reached here translate into tangible benefits for our citizens, he said. The Nigerian leader encouraged the leaders to carry forward the optimism and the resolve that guided the deliberations. Together, let us continue to champion the cause of a peaceful, secure, and prosperous West Africa, to build ECOWAS as a community of peoples anchored on the ideals of freedom, justice, democracy, and a vision of good governance that addresses the legitimate aspirations of our people, he said. President Tinubu congratulated the outgoing chairperson of the African Union Commission, Musa Faki Mahamat, as he attended his valedictory session as AUC chair.
Osazuwa Connect, bringing you the news in a more digital way.